going on, Jerome's? Minnesota Fighting Vikings superstar tight end TJ Hockenson really grown and shown this season. And after inking him up to a record-setting contract extension, he went out there and had a phenomenal year where came up just short of a 100 catch season, just short of a 1,000-yard season. We'll get into why here, but he's a top 3 tight end. He ain't 3. And I think finally the media jackals and the haters and the losers will realize that TJ Hockenson is the best number 87 tight end in the league. And Hawkinson's ingratiated himself to the culture here in the great state of Minnesota, as well as not a great first pitch. But it happens. But unfortunately, the season came crashing to a halt after Kirby Joseph went low, and took out Hawkinson's knee, tore the ACL, MCL in his right knee. And then a couple weeks later, Kirby Joseph took out Tyler Higbee in a similar fashion. But, and Hockenson, like we said, it really sucks because he was lighting things up. 95 catches, second most amongst tight ends in the game, was the number 1 target receiver for tight ends at the time of his injury. Also, a second in the league in first downs and third in receiving yardage for tight ends. Also had 5 touchdowns. So, I mean, Hawk was great. And also, you do have to factor in that Hockenson did this with 4 different quarterbacks. So, the degree of difficulty was certainly there. And Hockenson, rebounded from some early season miscues, some fumbles, and some drops, but overall he looked really good. Unfortunately, reportedly, surgery's been delayed on that torn up knee. This from the Purple Persuasion. Per Darren Doogie Wolfson, KSTP Sports, Vikings tight end TJ Hockenson has yet to have surgery because of the swelling on his right knee, in which he tore his ACL, MCL against the Lions Week 16. There's a possibility that he may miss the month of September. So, when TJ had his knee torn up right away, late in the season, the first thought was, okay, how is this going to impact 2024? Because generally, serious knee injuries late in the year can impede the start of next season. Now, the fact that the injury took place on Christmas Eve, December 24th. So the fact that it's been a month and surgery still hasn't gotten done, it's kind of rough. It's kind of rough, man. And if surgery had went down, we would have seen like social media posts from TJ. We would have seen a press release from the team. But so knee injuries can be tricky because some ACLs, if they're a clean tear, I mean, you're in surgery the next day, right? But it's like when I tore my ACL back in the day, I also had some MCL damage. I also had some structural damage, which is the real killer there. And it was about 5 weeks before I got my surgery in. So, the fact that swelling's delaying things, knocking on all the wood, hopefully there isn't any structural damage either, because that certainly complicates things. But, yeah, it does suck that the injury happened so late in the season, and also the fact that things are being delayed by a month or more for surgery. It just stinks. It just really does stink, man. And Vikings tight end depth right now, they have 2 tight ends under contract. TJ Hockenson, who is dinged up, and Josh Oliver heading into year 2 of his 3-year, $21 million deal. And then Johnny Munt is a unrestricted free agent, but he'll likely be back because the Kevin O'Connell, Wes Phillips connection from his days with the Rams, one of the first free agent signings to follow Kevin O'Connell over to Minnesota. And Munt, so what's interesting is that a lot of people thought, so when Hockenson went down, Josh Oliver would just bump up to tight end 1, except his role didn't really change because he's tight end 2, he's the basher, he's the extra offensive lineman, essentially, although I think he's underrated as a receiver. Yeah, had a couple nice catches, but it was Johnny Munt who stepped in as the receiving tight end, 2-minute drill tight end. So I think that he certainly could be enticed because I think Hockenson, so first off, Hockenson is definitely going to miss OTAs. He's definitely going to miss mini camp. Training camp is definitely going to be up in the air, especially since the Vikings and Kevin O'Connell are very cautious when it comes to players coming back from injury, as evidenced by Jefferson with his hamstring in season, as evidenced by O'Neal coming back from his partially torn Achilles, working his way in through training camp. So it wouldn't shock me at all if Hockenson starts on the preseason PUP and then ends up on the regular season PUP, misses 4 to 6 games, and it sucks. It sucks because Hockenson is a superstar in the making. Oh, Nick Muse is an exclusive rights free agent, but basically that just says, hey, here's how much you're getting paid, so he'll be here. But since Hockenson could miss some significant time in 2024, even though you have Oliver and you're probably going to have Munt, I mean, it could it could make the Vikings look to add in free agency. Also, potentially looking in the draft. I mean, Brevin Spanford is just there chilling. All 6'7" of them, man. So let's go. But again, it really sucks. It really does suck that, well, Kirby Joseph went low, but also surgery is being delayed by a month because of circumstances with the swelling. So all of our best to Hockenson and hopefully the surgery gets done soon and it's a full success and he's back on the field before we know it, just completely ripping things up because he is a elite tight end and he's part of the freaking triumvirate, man, the MF and tripod with him, JJ and Addison. But your thoughts are thoughts. Hockenson reportedly has not had surgery yet due to swelling. Let us know your thoughts on our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.